top reorder products. It is the finest omega-3 product available in the world. It has so many things that you just normally do not find in an omega-3 product. And there's a very good chance if you're not taking omega-3 that you've been wanting to take it, you've read about it, you've heard about it, you've been tempted. Maybe you've tried omega-3 and you did not like taking it because it tasted fishy. Because let's face it, omega-3 is fish oil. This does not taste fishy. It is the most amazing, like magical thing, because when you take it, you, for a second, never ever will you ever get a fishy aftertaste, flavor, nothing like that when you take this product. That's something we hear time and time again in the reviews. Let me show you what we have available tonight. This is one we did feature last weekend also. Thousands of people ordered this, so we have just what's left. I know
we only have a few hundred bottles each.
We do. We have a couple hundred in each size, and that's it. Last weekend, almost 13, this is in one day, 13,000 people ordered it.
But again, this is special birthday pricing. My original Today Specials on omega-3s would be this savings when I did a Today Special about 15 years ago.
$50 off if you do the 360.
By the way, our pricing today is less than the original pricing of the omega-3 product when I introduced it, say, decades ago. And of course, we didn't have as much omega-3 in each capsule, because part of what we do that's unique is each small capsule, which is just a little over half the size. I could show you. Here's our capsules, and our capsules are really pretty when you get to see the bright yellow color on this dish here. I think everybody can see that. But when you see our capsules, what's fascinating is you look at these other capsules, which are enormous.
They are enormous.
And you look at ours there. Yeah, well, look at that right next to it. Ours is the one there. Ours is about 60% the size, but the irony is, that those contain about 60% of the omega-3s.
Isn't that crazy?
So they're about 50% bigger, but ours contains about 50% more.
So in other words, these might have more oil in them. I mean, if you compare this guy to Andrew's, clearly this has more
oil, right?
But that does not mean it has more omega-3s.
But that's one of the really frightening and deceptive fallacies of omega-3 labeling. I could go to any store here. We're in St. Pete. I can go to any store here, like a retail store, discount store, and I'll find on the shelf, I'll find omega-3 products that say 1,500 milligram fish oil omega-3s. Any reasonable person looking at that's going to say, wow, there's 1,500 milligrams of omega-3s in that product, or 1,200 milligrams, whatever the number might be on the front of the label. Typically, it's 1,000 or 1,200 they'll put on the front. But unless you read the fine print on the back of the label, the typical product is only about 30% omega-3. So something that's 1,000 or 1,200 is only 300 or 360 milligrams of omega-3s. So it's not how much oil, fish oil, you get in that capsule. It's how much omega-3s. And most of them won't even tell you the ratio of whether it's EPA or DHA. We tell you precisely what you're getting, and we give you mostly DHA. We were just talking about your eye before, and how lutein and zeaxanthin are concentrated in the retina. They're fat-soluble carotenoids. Guess the fat that they're dissolved in the retina of your eyes. Guess what the retina and the macular region of your eye is made of? DHA, the principal omega-3 that we provide in this product. Guess what your brain is principally made of? Fat. Guess which fat almost exclusively? DHA, which is why my omega-3s, because I take it too, don't focus on EPA, focus on DHA. We give you both naturally, but we give you more of the DHA, which is how fish typically come. Also, the form of our omega-3s, it's the natural triglyceride form that exists in living systems, not the typical ethyl ester you find in typical products, which is not well absorbed, not well tolerated, and also when you absorb that, when you use that, you liberate small amounts of alcohol in your body, which is not necessarily the goal of someone taking an omega-3, is to have some alcohol in your body as well, even if it is trace amounts.
Yeah, so if you would like to order this also, we have just literally a couple hundred left in each size, so it's the perfect time to stock up. You will absolutely love taking this. The benefits are amazing. When Andrew first launched this many years ago, we used to focus almost primarily on the heart health benefits of omega-3s. And now when you read about it and you listen to the presentations, you realize that beyond the heart benefits that are profound with this, the brain benefits, the eye benefits, not to mention there's also the nice little side benefits of better skin, glowier skin when you take these high quality omega-3s. So if you need to stock them up, this is the time to do it. This is Andrew's last day of his visit. He's only here a few times a year, so this is a perfect day to get your new stock of omega-3. If you share this with a family member, go for the biggest bottle if you can. Do you take 1 or 2 of these a day? I've been taking 2 a day, unless I eat fish, like you taught me that. If I have sushi or if I eat fish that day, then I go back to 1.
I take 2 capsules daily when I don't eat fish. I take 1 capsule when I have fish. And 1 capsule is 500 milligrams. Typically, your doctor's going to recommend 500 milligrams of omega-3s daily. Unfortunately, most people aren't getting that because they think they are, but the label is not clear. So with this, each capsule gives you your 500 milligrams. If your cardiologist or doctors recommended that you take 1,000, then 2 capsules. Very, very simple and very, very affordable. It is the highest quality omega-3 product in the world. It's made in an environmentally sound fashion. For decades, I've talked about the risk of contaminants and heavy metals in omega-3 products. So we've always monitored our products. People used to poo-poo my saying that, that's not an issue. And of course, we read the headlines years ago that is an issue. So we make a product that all you get are the benefits you seek, never an upset stomach, never fishy aftertaste. Not most of the time, never. You will never get an upset stomach from this product. You will not have a fishy aftertaste. You could read the more than 1,000 reviews and you will see over and over and over.
2,400 reviews.
2,400.
Of that, over 2,000 are perfect 5.
So out of that's amazing.
Seriously.
For a fish oil product, which is the product everybody wants to hate. So 2,400 approximate total reviews. Over 2,000 of them are perfect 5-star reviews.
That's correct.
So
Amazing.
I think that sums up what a uniquely unexpected product this is. I encourage you to read the reviews, and if say your doctor's told you that the balance of your triglycerides is something that's very important that you work on, I was just talking to a friend about that, then omega-3s are a wonderful natural tool to help you work on that balance.
All right, we have, with everyone on the phone, we have about 500 bottles left, so this would be a good time to call and get your name on whichever size you'd like. Use FlexPay on the larger choices, but we're going to head over because we have more to share with all of you.
At least I'm getting a little exercise.